Okay, so I'm going to show you how to set your Windows Update so it's not annoying. First of all, there'll be links underneath this video, and if you want the quick and dirty, just grab these two files in those links and double click on them and they'll merge into your Windows. It should work with Windows Vista 7 and 8. Although this is set up for Windows 10, it's the same policy. So I can definitely say it'll work with Windows 10, and you'll just download these two files. You'll double click on them like this, and it'll say, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? And it'll say, are you sure you want to continue, and say yes, and it's done. Okay, works whether you have Windows Home or Windows Pro. If you want to look at the contents of these, click on edit, take a look at them. This limits the download speed. Okay, this is the hexadecimal value for 30,000, which is the transfer rate it should have during the work schedule when you're working from 8 to 5. 11 is the hexadecimal value for 17, so 8 to 5, 8 to 1700. And this is the off-schedule transfer rate. Notice it's the same. So regardless of the time of day, it'll use up bandwidth on your internet connection at the same rate. Now, if you want more than 30,000, you can run it through a hexadecimal converter, or what you do is after you merge this into the registry, it's much simpler just to go into the registry. Again, you get a warning, you have to click yes, and go to here. So look at the top, you just click through the folders until you arrive at this location, and here's those same values now in the registry. And on the right hand side, it's showing you the decimal values. So if you want your transfer rate, so this is set for like a 3 megabit downlink. If you have a 50 megabit downlink, change this to an appropriate value. So multiply it times, say, 10. All right. So 30,000 times 10 is add a 0. That's that easy. If you have a 50. So just go into the value by double clicking on it, click on decimal, and then enter your value. Okay. Now we'll look at this is more of like yes, no answers. Again, this is in hexadecimal, so don't auto reboot when the user's logged in. Okay, you can set this to 1 if you want it to reboot when a user's logged in. No auto update is false. You want an auto update. Auto update options is 4. That equates to running auto updates only during the automatic maintenance schedule. That's what the 1 is here. Scheduled install day, scheduled install time. So this is every day at 3 a.m. every week, every day of the week, not just like the first week of the month or something. And that's because you have things like Defender updates that should be installed. And this is set to 1. So it's the same thing. Double click on it, merges with your registry. Yes. Okay. And then you can go into Registry Editor. Whoops. Tried to search for something related to Registry Editor. I want it to run regedit. There we go. And you want to go down to Windows Update, AU, and here's those same values. So there's really not a whole lot to change here except scheduled install time. So if you want it to be not 3 a.m., but you want it to be at 11 o'clock at night, you would put in 23 for 2300. And press OK. Changes take effect immediately. You may have to restart to see them take effect. But the values that you put in are saved. There's no save option in the registry. So that's how you do it. If you want to look up more information on this, you can go to this address at the top, ID 25250. and that takes you to this group policy reference for Windows and Windows Server. You can download it. It's an Excel file, and you can sort in there and look at all the different values and what they do. That's valuable, for instance, if you have Windows Home instead of Professional. With Professional, if you have Windows Professional, you can type in gpedit.msc, and you can edit group policy. And you might get an error or two here. That's kind of normal. I'm waiting for them to come up. Press OK. Press OK again. And it's under Administrative Templates. There's two areas. The download speed is under Background Intelligent Transfer Service. And you want to configure it here. See, you won't have this if you're on Windows Home, so you'll just have to change the registry settings. And then you want to go to Windows Components, and the other place you want to look at is here, and this setting here. And that should do you. You can also, for giggles, you can go in here, Security and Maintenance, go into Maintenance, click on Change Maintenance Settings, and verify you've got the right time in here, and allow scheduled maintenance to wake up my computer at the scheduled date or time. And that's it. That's all you have to do. It's that simple. And now Windows will only update at 3 a.m. and during the day when it's downloading updates as they're available. If it's a huge update, you won't notice that impact on your bandwidth like you may have in the past. And there you go.